Hey everybody, Wayne here. In today's Recon, we're going to take a look at the re-release of Autumn for Barbarossa. This is designed by Hans Kishel, published by Multiman Publishing. Autumn for Barbarossa uses the standard combat series of rules. Now, I have been a big fan of the SCS rules for basically since I got into wargaming. I own a whole bunch of SCS games. I don't usually cover them on the channel. I think the last video I even did was maybe like an unboxing of Baston. I think that was probably it. I'm trying to think back. Other than that, I don't think I've really covered them. The deal is, and I've talked about this a little bit before. So the games generally play really well solitaire, either from like average to really good, depending on the specific game rules. But the only problem is hex and counter games sometimes can struggle, especially because usually SCS games are going to be a full map, sometimes multi-maps. I don't play multi-map games. I just play single map or smaller. But when they are, it can be a struggle for you guys. If it struggled for me to film, struggle for you guys to really get a good idea of what's going on. And I just don't like to, it's not my style to set up the camera. And I'm not throwing shade at anyone, but to set up a camera like at a weird angle and like you can kind of see some of the map and some of the counters, but you can't really read the counters. You kind of just, the only thing you don't even know what's going on really is because like I'm telling you, that's just not my style. But anyway, Honor for Barbarossa was released in Special Ops Magazine number 7 in 2017. Quickly sold out. I had a copy. I got rid of mine. But then MMP, and I hope this is a sign of things to come, was like, hey, let's re-release this in kind of a deluxe edition, actually. So first off, let's just say Autumn for Barbarossa, a standard combat series covering the struggle for Smolensk in the late summer of 1941. So a little Eastern Front action, right? Obviously, Autumn for Barbarossa. This marks the end of the initial period of Operation Barbarossa and the front stabilization until the last effort to take Moscow and Operation Typhoon that fall. This reissue is the same as the original edition, except that the counters have been enlarged to 5/8 inch for easier handling, and the map expanded to fit them, and no erratas have been fixed. So, fantastic, love that, made bigger, easier to handle. That's another kind of knock on SCS games a lot, is that they're half-inch counters. So these 5/8 inch, so they'll be bigger. You can see it is now I believe it's two full counter sheets. We'll take a look, obviously, as we open it up. And then it says two 18 by 22 maps. I assume they're going to stack together in such a way that it'll be 22 by 36. So let's go ahead and open it up. Oh, I sliced the game in half. Just kidding. I know, give people nightmares if I shouldn't do that. People heart attacks. All right, slider open here. It's kind of that like, it's not a folio in a sense. It's Ziploc or anything like that. You're gonna have to come up with a long-term storage solution, or I guess like this, you can probably slide it back in. But so I won't toss it on the floor like I usually do. All right, what do we got here? So we got our nice cover, blank on the back. Ooh, Autumn from Barbarossa Deluxe Edition, fantastic. Just a little FYI, kind of what's in there, letting you know, hey, if you got any trouble or anything, go ahead, call, email, or write. Perfect, thank you. So we get the Autumn for Barbarossa. The actual game rules are literally just what? It's at 8 pages total, and that includes, you can see, obviously, this is the CRT, terrain effects, and Soviets have different from the German. I like that. They have different terrain effects, respond differently to terrain. And you have your setup, right? The actual order, not order of battle, but the actual setup, yep, right here. So, and victory points on the map. So really, the actual game rules, not series rules, mind you, game rules, 1, 2, 3. 3 pages of game rules. Black and white, nothing fancy. It's all black and white. That'll be the map, set that aside. Series rules here. So again, black and white. Series rules 1.8. So these are gonna be the newest ones. Been out for a while now, I believe. I'm pretty sure that's coming in a few games now. But even the series rules, so forgetting designer's notes here, last page. And you have, up through 12, 12.0, supply, 13.0 hex control. 7 pages. 7 pages for the, so even in totality, you're looking at what total of 10 page rules. That's what I love about standard combat series. Simple rules, and you still get a great taste of the games. I don't have a ton of experience playing on them from Barbarossa. Before I remember, I enjoy it, but I just love having that. Now, it's a little old school, right? The hex encounter, a little old school design. Rulebook's it's black and white. However, as you can see, there are some pictures, couple, movement example, how things work a little bit. You get overrun example. So, and some combat. So you're seeing supply line as well. So it's not just, text only, and considering it's only 8 pages anyway, I like that. And we have, okay, so you see there's 2 different map sheets. Again, it's going to be, I believe, the 2 will combine into one full size, right? So that like 22 by 34, 22 by 36, whatever it is. And you have the back sheet here. Let's look at these counters. So I'm not sure if the first game, because it came with the magazine, I'm not sure if it was just 1 sheet of counters or not. I feel like it probably was. But anyway, you get 2 sheets here. Let's kind of zoom in a little bit. Obviously, we're taking a look at the German forces here, 3rd Panzer here. You can see the yellow stripe is going to mean it's a mechanized unit. Lack of a stripe. And of course, you got the NATO symbols on there anyway for infantry, armored, etc. Some markers to keep track. Airstrikes remaining, your turn marker, your disorganized markers. Looks like aircraft breakdown over here. Disorganized for Germans, disorganized for Soviets, out of supply, out of supply. Again, looking at the counters here, pretty standard. Hey, you're not going to win any awards, let's be honest, and that's okay. It's okay. Don't go into it expecting that. Double-sided, of course. They're a nice thickness. I mean, the overall, it's like, this is warped, but I mean, it's the counters once you're punched. Let's see how they go. Okay, so it may take a little, oh no, some of them maybe not too bad. Definitely bigger than the usual standard combat series here. So I'll probably end up clipping them, it looks like, because they got little rabbit ears, little fuzzies on the corners, but nice thick counter. Pretty standard, but I do like the bigger size. I've gotten used to the standard combat series overall with the half-inch counters, but I know that there are people that basically either refuse to play or maybe can't because of vision reasons. Half-inch counter games, I don't have that problem, but I understand there are people that do. So looking at the Soviets here, you can see a little bit separate, at least different artwork for theirs. Aircraft, BP hex control, and obviously their army units here. Again, not going to win awards for the look, the graphics design. It's utilitarian, if I could say the word. Gets the job done, but you're not going to be taking pictures of this, fancy pictures with special lighting, going, "Ooh, look at that gorgeous game on the board." I mean, you may enjoy it that much, but I find that the benefits or the things I really like are it's the system, right? It's the standard combat system. It's so easy to learn, so easy to play. I can play solitaire, hex encounter, back and forth. I can play both sides, super easy. When I have to play both sides and the rules are super hard, that's when I struggle. When the rules are simple like this, that's when I enjoy it. So pause the video and get the map set up. All right, so I managed to get the map set up. Be thankful I paused the video, guys. One of the wonderful things about a multi-part map is that trying to line them up. And I can't say it's perfect, but I think if you're looking at it, when you're just playing, I don't think you're really going to notice. Assume you got under plexi, which I did put under plexi. There shouldn't be too much glare, guys. I recently picked up a it's called non-glare. There's still some, but it's like less glare plexi. Credits on my earlier videos, so hopefully it looks pretty good on camera. Looks good in my little viewfinder here, so it should be good. Anyway, here's the entire map. So hard to tell perspective maybe, but it is I'm trying to find that other counter. It is a full-size map, so it is the, whatever the math would be on that. There's a reason I went into law enforcement and not a mathematician. So it was 2 18 by 22s. So you stacked them so the 22, tall, and then width is going to be what? 36? Yeah, 36. So full-size map, basically, maybe even a little wider than I think sometimes they're 22 by 34, a couple inches wider. But if you have a extra large plexi a little bit, or just even generally, I think most plexis that I've seen anyway, it fits from edge to edge fine. Definitely a little extra room here. So looking at the map, here's a counter you had and put out there just to throw it out there. Map looks good. Basic, easy to read. Again, this is what we're talking about when we talk about the standard combat series, right? I don't think most people are gonna look at this map and go, gorgeous, just gorgeous. I mean, you know, if you want to, fine, you know, beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right? I'm not saying it's ugly. I'm saying is that I don't think I'm gonna, you know, be taking fancy pictures and saying just a beautiful, oh, so beautiful. You know, you can't wait to, I'm gonna frame this map. Now you're not gonna frame the map, but looks good. All the terrain looks very clear. I can't imagine you'd struggle too much with figuring out what terrain, what is what. Larger counters, they fit in the hexes here. Especially, yeah, I'm going to clip the corners. There's a little bit of overlap on the sides. So if you have multiple units side to side, I could maybe see that be a slight issue. But overall, it looks like they're going to fit just fine, you know, in this full-size map. You have, you know, a terrain key, keeping track of, well, Soviet air, Axis air, turn record chart, all that right over here. Easy to reach. It's all oriented down. So if you're playing at solitaire, you're gonna have easy reach and able to read it easily. You know, place names, they have the kind of the way they do the hex numbers. You can see they don't put them on every hex. They kind of do rows of them, just kind of break it up a little bit. I like that. You know, I like that. I know some people have commented on that. I like it. Smolensk here in the center. Yeah, looks good. I mean, the map looks good. I'm excited to try out this. I'm definitely going to put some time into it. I don't know, guys, I have to be honest, how much I'm going to show it on video, though. Just because, again, things I talk about with how difficult it is to show a game on camera here, and then you guys actually be able to see it. You know, it's a lot of work of zooming in, or what you do, and I've seen other creators do, other, you know, war game YouTubers, is they're kind of setting up a camera, like kind of at the table level, kind of close. And then, I mean, I've tried to watch some of them. I can't follow the action. And I think to me, that's where I draw the line. I'm like, listen, I want you guys, if I'm playing a game, I want you guys to see what I'm doing, not just, you know, maybe only hear me. I want you to be able to see it as well. But again, I don't know for sure what I'll do. We'll see. But that is Autumn for Barbarossa, the deluxe edition from MMP. Super glad they did this re-release. I'm excited. I'm excited that they did. I hope I see that with more games of theirs that have gone out of print. I know MMP is one of the publishers that have a lot of kind of classic games, a lot of, you know, solid, you know, series games. Sometimes other games kind of go out of print and then that's it. As a newer wargamer-ish myself, maybe not so much anymore, but there's still games that I want to buy, maybe that I can't buy, or kind of doing the whole idea of like deluxe, right? Of bigger counters. I don't want a bigger map, bigger than this. This is the largest map I like to play on, but bigger counters I definitely like, for sure. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the Recon here, the video. Let me know if you've played the original, interested in checking this one out. Any comments, share them below. So until next time, guys, later.